Power to X means utilization of renewable electricity and using carbon dioxide as a feedstock to convert this CO2 into different fuels or chemicals or commodity blocks, where X can be either a fuel or a chemical or a building block. In terms of the overall power to X approach, there are a couple of factors which make it quite interesting. The first of all, the main source is the CO2. It can be an industrial source, such as a cement company or a steel mill, which are emitting flue gas with a lot of CO2 in it. That's one of the ideal sources of CO2. And within Europe also, even in Belgium, there are certain large-scale projects that are being implemented to capture CO2 from such point sources and convert them into fuels and chemicals. On the other hand, the other source of CO2 could be directly air, and there is a technology known as direct air capture, DAC as it is called, that is also being utilized, and now it's nearing completion of its TRL scale to capture CO2 directly from air, even at very low concentrations, between 400 to 420 ppm, that can be captured and converted. In terms of product, it depends on the approach that one takes. If we go via an electrochemical approach, most of the time it's low carbon molecules that are formed, such as formic acid, methanol, and now efforts are going on to make higher carbons such as ethylene or higher carbon compounds. On the other hand, with biological approaches such as fermentation or chain elongation or microbial electrosynthesis, already at least on lab scale, there have been proof of concept of making C4 to C6 compounds, which means butyric acid, butanol, and caproic acid even in some cases. In the last 4 or 5 years, a lot of projects have been supported both by the European Commission as well as different national governments, which focus solely on improving the TRL of these technologies from TRL3 to TRL6. Currently in Europe, almost more than 50 projects are running at mid-TRL level, which means TRL6 to 8, where the research institutes, RTOs, as well as companies are trying to take the technology readiness level from mid-TRL6 to TRL8 and developing large-scale pilots to show that the technology works at scale. This is very near to commercialization. And one of the most interesting aspect of Power to X currently being explored is the sustainable aviation fuels, as it is called, SAF in short, or popularly. There are several companies who are working in this direction and trying to increase the conversion of CO2 to sustainable aviation fuel. It could be either one step or via a combination of these approaches, like I mentioned here. It's not that everything is still at the lab scale. Several of these approaches have been upscaled already, and there are several companies and projects that are close to TRL9, TRL8 near commercialization, especially in some of the products. For example, methanol, this is very close to the market. And the good thing is this is also getting a big support from the public sector. There are several challenges that the technologies have overcome in the past years, but there are still that remains and that are being currently worked upon. And first of all is the need for a stable catalyst that is performs over a longer period of time. Second one is its upscaling. So the fabrication process and the upscaling process should be easier. The third one is demonstrating this at a pilot scale. So once you have established a process or a proof of concept in the lab scale, you need to show it at a pilot scale that it works under realistic conditions. And finally, to take it to the TRL9 or close to commercialization stage. All of this work has to be coupled with life cycle analysis as well as techno-economic analysis, because without having a positive business case, it will not make a commercial sense. And secondly, we also need the life cycle analysis to show that the process is indeed having a beneficial effect on CO2 emissions. You are not emitting more CO2 as a part of the new process compared to what you are consuming in the process. And last, not the least part is about the social acceptance, where you have to convince the public about the overall benefits of the CCU approaches, but also the products that come out of them. And I think that's where CO2 Value Europe is also working quite nicely.